I'll explain what we're doing. And I think it's already going. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that valve is closed off.
Which valve?
This valve,
that valve,
which is regulator to keg. It's just that little valve here. All of these CO2 and argon 2 are 1 1/8".
Okay, and that's already turned off.
And these have a little rubber washer that fits right into this groove. Sometimes you'll see a little vinyl washer on older ones, but most of these newer ones come with a little rubber washer that's already built into them.
Okay.
And this is kind of like oil pan tight. It doesn't need to be, it just needs to be hand tight, basically, snug.
Okay.
And then I'm just giving this a rinse off with vodka, just to be kind of clean.
Clean as possible.
And the other thing I'm going to make sure before we put that on is that the picnic tap is closed, because that'll make beer shoot everywhere if that's open. And this thread is also snug. And then we'll put this in here, twist it on, and it will lock down. Okay, that's locked in. And then what we want to do,
since that's pressurized,
this is over pressurized to make sure that it stays carbonated. But so what you'll do when you set this up is, if you can let it sit overnight, that's good.
okay,
If you can't, that's okay too.
I can
And
for
you
sure.
just take a screwdriver or a key, and you're going to release the excess pressure in here, and you'll be able to tell when it's done. So you blow all that off.
Just leave a little in there.
Leave a little in, then we'll turn this on.
Okay.
And this tells us that we've still got some gas left in here.
Okay.
And this one tells us that that's way more pressure than we need. We're going to open the valve and that'll drop that, I bet. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is probably serving pressure right there, about 2 pounds.
Okay.
And I don't have a cuff to test it in.
2 pounds.
But that's where we need to be.
Okay.
Right there. So if this is the bleed off for the regulator, that's the bleed off for the keg. That valve shuts it off. And this should be pouring just fine. And this was conditioned, so theoretically this is ready to go.
Okay, but you're gonna just let it sit now.
I'm gonna just let it sit.